Good evening. I am Leslie Baldeo, the manager of Baldeo Rice Mill.
So for our first question is have you ever had to handle a sensitive issue with customers or employees? How do you keep things professional while still keeping the rice mill progress?
Yes, I have handled sensitive issues by maintaining, of course, professionalism, listening actively, and focusing on solutions while keeping operations on track to prevent sensitive situations.
So for our next question is what key strategies does Baldeo Rice Mill use to prevent sensitive information from leading to miscommunication issues?
Information from leading to miscommunication issues, we emphasize, of course, clear, consistent communication. We train staff to follow protocols for handling sensitive information.
For Okay. What measures are in place to ensure that employees uphold confidentiality in their communication?
We implement strict confidentiality policies and conduct regular training to ensure employees understand the importance of privacy.
So we move on to our next sector. It's about the conflicts. Every workplace experiences misunderstandings. What's the most memorable or unexpected miscommunication you've had to resolve?
One memorable misunderstanding was when a misinterpreted email caused frustration between two teams. I resolved it by facilitating a face-to-face discussion to clarify the intent.
If two employees have a conflict, how do you typically address it? Do you have a go-to strategy for conflict resolution?
When I am addressing a conflict between two employees, I encourage open dialogue or open communication, listening to both sides, and finding common ground to resolve conflict swiftly and fairly.
What's your communication game plan for managing customer concerns?
For some that is starting their first job,
Oh, I'm sorry. What's one piece of
first,
communication advice you'd give to someone starting their first day at Baldeo Rice Mill?
for some starting their first job, I would advise being clear, concise, and empathetic in their communication to avoid misunderstandings.
So we move on to our next and last sector of the interview. It's about crisis communication. Imagine Baldeo Rice Mill faces on an unexpected supply shortage for a day. What's your communication game plan for managing customer concerns?
In the event of a supply shortage, I would promptly inform customers of the shortage, offer alternatives, of course, and ensure follow up to manage expectations.
Have you ever had to deliver bad news to customers or staff? What strategies do you use to communicate difficult messages effectively?
When delivering bad news to your customers, we focus on transparency, empathy, and offering actionable solutions right away.
And for our final question, how does Baldeo Rice Mill prepare its employees to handle crisis communication in challenging situations?
Baldeo Rice Mill always prepare its employees for crisis communication through training and role-playing scenarios to help them handle challenging situations effectively.
Thank you, Miss Baldeo. That will be all.